I'm Professor Sports Cards, and this is Giannis, Antetokounmpo.
Each score 20 or more. Oh, are you kidding me? That's right. That's what you need. You see,
Giannis was born in 1994 in Athens, Greece. 19 years later, he was the 15th overall pick in the 2013 NBA Draft. In his 7th season, he led the Milwaukee Bucks to an NBA championship in 2021. He won back-to-back MVPs, currently a 6-time All-Star, that number's surely to go up. The only other two NBA players to win 2 MVPs before 26 years old are two of the best players of all time, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and LeBron James. And then when you take a look at this, along with his MVP award, he was also named Defense Player of the Year in 2020, joining Michael Jordan and Olajuwon, the only other two players to accomplish that feat. Not only did he win the NBA championship in 2021, but he was also named to the NBA's 75th anniversary team. Giannis has a chance to win many more MVPs and make many more All-Star games, but for now let's take a look at what he does have. I didn't mention, that pass was to his brother. That's right, both his brothers play in the NBA. If you take a look here, these are Giannis's base rookie cards. Now the highlighted ones are serial numbered and very hard to get. So if we don't count those, he has 10 base rookie cards. Counting the highlighted, there's 5 there, but you're talking about cards numbered to 15 or 199. Cards that just won't be in most people's collection. The most notable card on the list has to be the Prism. It's only the 2nd year Panini Prism has come out, and let's take a look at that card. 4,500 roughly graded. I'm sure that number will creep up closer to 5,000 and sit there. 5,000, 2,800 being in a PSA 10. That card currently going for $1,000. The PSA pop count of 5,000 might seem like a lot to vintage collectors, but let's take a look at what Prism looks like currently or in the late 2000s. Here's the Luka Doncic, and there's 35,000 copies graded, close to 20,000 in a PSA 10. That's making the Luka look awfully good. Here's a 2019 John Morant rookie, again, close to 40,000 graded, over 20,000 in a PSA 10. Here's one more look at the Giannis, again, under 5,000 copies graded, 2,800 is holding value, PSA 9's 1,300. You have to wonder if that card, I don't know what the price of this card will do, but you see here the PSA pop count is much less than what Prism printed later on in the decade. Now we can't talk about Prism without looking at the silver, and his silver is very low pop count, only 177 total graded, and you can see here it holds mega value, close to a $15,000 card in the beginning of 2023. At a PSA 10 and a PSA 9, there's only 80 copies, still going for over $6,000. If this is your first time watching, then you don't know, but I preach that scarcity and pop count is the name of the game, and it proves it here.
He's relentless. Here's a guy that loves to play the game of basketball. Greeny, there's nothing fake about this guy. He's the real deal. He has real confidence, a real belief in himself that he's a superstar. And now he's improved his game, and he's taking and making threes. If this guy is making threes, it's scary. I think he's unguardable. And it's hard for me to say that about a guy because I grew up in the Michael Jordan and played against Michael Jordan era. So he's just incredible.
Man, he's a 2-time MVP. You know, regardless how he score, he do it. You know what I mean? He come down there, he dunk some more, and he shoot layup. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
The most historical finals performances ever that we witnessed tonight, and being in the building and then watching it live, and we talk about some of the dunks, it was like he was playing Nerf ball, but then also to see him go 17 to 19 from the foul line, the importance of a closeout game and having your best game of your life in a closeout game. Right. I mean, it's just something that I'll remember for the rest of my life.
I'm about to go over there, 50-piece
McNuggets.
If you've never used StatMuse, it's a cool website to give a try here. It tells us that Giannis had a double-double with 50 points and 14 rebounds in Game 6 of a championship clinching finals game. Here's a cool list the analysts put together of single NBA finals with 40-point games, and Giannis is up there with the legends. In 2020, at the peak of the sports card market, mind you, before Giannis won an NBA championship, his card sold at a then record of $1.8 million basketball card. Story gets deeper though. Could you imagine this? In 2014, same card. The guy returned it for $7,000 because, yeah, you see that yellow stain. It's a 1 of 1. It hurts just reading it. That $7,000 that he returned turned into $1.8 million in the summer of 2020. We'll take a look at one more of his high-end sales, and then we'll focus on his base rookie cards. But again, in the height, this was in the winter of 2020, and it sold for $1.1 million. And Card Ladder actually has the card value going up, and seeing this card sold before he was an NBA champion, I could buy that. It's a 1 of 1 black prism, and it just shows that Giannis is up there at the top of the market when it comes to NBA and really all sports cards. If you're enjoying learning about cards in this video on Giannis, go down and hit that subscribe button. Let's keep going. Okay, so this is his next biggest base card after the prism that we looked at earlier. This is Select in a PSA 9. There's 735 copies graded, which isn't many. You see that on the bottom left there. Current value is $250, and this chart here, now we're looking at a PSA 10. That's a 2-year chart provided by Card Ladder, and it was up as high as $1,800. And what's nice about this chart, it is a 2 years, and the peak of the market was early 2021, as you see here, and now it's selling for what it is now. It'll be curious to watch this, come back to this video in the future and see what it's selling for in the future. Now, moving forward, here is the Pinnacle card. There's only 111 graded in a PSA 10. This just isn't a very sought after card. Pinnacle, they don't make anymore. It was one of the cheaper end products sold or made. Interestingly enough, here's the same card in a PSA 9 selling for 145, and in the winter of 2022, it was selling for only maybe $30 more. This is Giannis's NBA Hoops rookie card. Hoops has been making cards since 1989. You see here, I put this right after the Pinnacle because the pop count is so different. 2,378 in the PSA 10, selling for $380. That's a lot different than the Pinnacle. And here's a PSA 9 at $155, still with 1,600 copies. It's interesting that the Pinnacle sells for much less. A matter of fact, these cards, the PSA 9, sell for about the same. Maybe the 10 did as well. Let's take a look at that PSA 9, because what I do find interesting is it's the only card that actually is the same as it was in the winter of 2021. You see here, in the winter of 2021, it's selling for about $170, and now it's at $150 is the last sold price. Whereas that Hoops card had $1,600 in a PSA 9, and it went all the way up to $300, and now it's at $150. And so by attacking the lower pop cards, you would have saved yourself some money here, because if you had bought at the top of the market at $300 at this Hoops card and now it's at $150, well, Pinnacle you would have bought at $170 and only went down to $150. And I'm a firm believer it's because there's only 550 of those in a PSA 9 and there's 1,600 of these in a PSA 9. Even though the Hoops is a little more well regarded than Pinnacle. This last base card we're going to look at is just pretty to look at. There's only 3 of them graded in a PSA 10. Last sold in 2019 for $340, and Card Ladder has it listed that its current value would be about $1,500. Here's a better look at it. Just a pretty card, and I didn't know there'd only be 3 in a PSA 10. In red are the base cards we've looked at so far, and in yellow are the cards that are just too low pop count to look at. Rather quickly, let's go through the second half of cards, the other 5 base cards. Here is his 2013 Panini rookie PSA 10. This is one of his more popular rookie cards that we haven't looked at yet. Current selling at $400 beginning of 2023. In a PSA 9, this card goes for $100 with 1,600 copies. Next, we have 2013 Crusade, which is an auto, and I can't believe This price, Card Ladder has it at $1,600, but the last sold price was in November of 2022. We're now in early 2023, and it sold for $2,500. The pop count's only 29. This is an autograph rookie Giannis card. I was surprised to see it wasn't higher. 2013 totally certified, PSA 10, currently selling for about $420 as of January 8th, 2023. Only 88 in the pop count is a 10.
What up, everybody? This is Robert Ory, aka Big Shot Bob, and you're watching Professional Sports Cards. Hey, by the way, go buy my rookie card.
I'm about to go over there to 50-piece McNuggets.
As Mikal Bridges running the floor. Shot blocked by Antetokounmpo. Once again comes out of nowhere and throws it off the backboard. Giannis down the other end. He takes it home.
Precise lineup right now with Portis, Giannis.
Antetokounmpo inside.
He has to get more quick passing sequences. It's too much hand holding on to the ball.
The spin move. The finish. Giannis does it again. Nice feed inside. Blocked by Antetokounmpo. In over 8 minutes here in this second. An 18-point turnaround. Antetokounmpo gets inside. Giannis tied up, finds Holiday. Holiday trying to get it going. He's 1 for 11. Antetokounmpo gets inside, layup, he banks it home.
Into the pick and roll, and Paul's finding enough room and separation to get off his mid-range jumper.
And that in the paint jumper for Booker on the drive. Gets inside, triple team, finds Cam Johnson. Shot clock winding down. Booker blocked by Antetokounmpo. And a 24-second. Holiday was brilliant in Game 5, one of the best games of his life. Antetokounmpo gets the roll. Count it and one.
His effort to run the floor.
Giannis tries a three. It's good. His dad at Arizona State was Doug Collins, who coached Drew at Philadelphia when he was an all-star with the Sixers. Antetokounmpo calling for it. Goes against Crowder, gets inside. Banker won't go. The rebound, back up and in. Back to Giannis. Backs in. Leans, pulls up, jump shot. Got it. Giannis Antetokounmpo in there with Booker. Again, Payne played well in the first half when they were really struggling offensively. Holiday inside. Antetokounmpo lays it up and in. Booker to Paul. Shot clock at 8. Booker and Portis once again. Booker on the drive. Left-handed shot blocked. Antetokounmpo. Fourth rejection for Giannis. Middleton off the bounce. Throws it up. Bank shot. No good. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Holiday back on Booker. Antetokounmpo picks him up. Booker's blocked by Antetokounmpo. That's 5. Holiday finds some room. Kicks it out. Connaughton. Middleton inside. Nice entry pass. And the slam. The presence turns out an easy shot or dunk attempt and fades away from the rim. It's the presence of Giannis. Antetokounmpo off the glass. Ball denial from Crowder. Holiday looking. Inside of Antetokounmpo. Puts up the one-hander. Shot is good. Does it again.